Hey guys, this is Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I was inspired by Deadwood Jedi's recent video from the test server, which is where I am right now, by the way, to do a crazy clan boss comp using Helicath. So Deadwood did a comp where he basically looked at rares. He was like, Helicath can basically rule clan boss by himself. You can put any 4 champions you want in, and it's going to get the job done because he's so crazy good. And I was like, damn, actually, he was right. It was like a really, really cool video, which I will link down below if you guys want to check it out. I've taken it to the next level and said, I don't just want to put any champions in. I want to put in champions which just give me tons of hits. So we're going for a load of ally attack champions, and we're going to absolutely crush the clan boss. So let me take you through the team. It is a full auto team. It is fully affinity friendly. And it's just a fun team. Like, this is going to be... I don't even know what sort of damage levels we're going to do. I haven't even done a full run myself yet. I'm too excited. I just want to show you it. So let's start with the big fella himself then. And as I said in every video so far, almost like a must-get fusion. This guy unlocks everything for your account. He's so nuts. Helicath is an absolute freaking beast. I am doing all I can on the free-to-play to be in a position to get him, because he will totally change my game on the free-to-play. Like, not just clan boss, all aspects of the game become easier with this guy on your side. And he looks freaking awesome as well. So what's going on with this guy then? I'll just give you a quick rundown of what he's going to do. He's going to block damage the AoE hits from the clan boss, and then he's going to give us a fat shield for the stun hit. So, I mean, potentially you're still killable. It's not an unkillable team, but it's incredibly difficult to kill you with the team that I'm going to run, which means that we will get, you know, like a full 50 turns like an unkillable team. That's pretty much what we're going for. After the 50 turns, clan boss ignores this block damage, and you just become a squishy old team. So I am going to run him alongside Farakin the Fat, Lanakis, Brogni, and Longbeard. So 3 ally attackers and 1 champion in there just to control affinity stuff. So bringing us block debuffs. Plus Brogni does a ton of damage himself anyway. So all of them together. Now, Helicath, we want to have a good chunky amount of defense. So I've got about 5k defense here, 5.1. Other than that, I was going for damage, and I want accuracy to land his weaken. So he's going to be my weaken champion. 245 speed on the Helicath. I'll show you the kind of full Deadwood Jedi type calc view of it in a minute. 5.1k defense I've got here. 237 crit damage. I've got a Farakin in the team, so I've gone... I only actually need 70% crit rate. I've got more than I need on Helicath. So I'm hoping he's going to do some hits with that sort of damage, and then his A1's going to keep coming in and reapplying weaken for me. We have got Longbeard. I +2'd him on the test server just for the lulz. Longbeard in reflex gear. I'm going to turn off his A2. I don't need weaken because I've already got weaken from Helicath. I'm turning off his A2, and we're trying to get back to his ally attack as often as we can. So he gives you a 20% damage boost when you ally attack with Longbeard. And basically, the reflex gear is going to refresh that more often. So every time he has a turn, reflex gear gives you a 40% chance of giving you a cooldown on that one ability that we're going to have on cooldown. I've also got him in 2 sets of refresh gear, so that's 10% chance to get a cooldown there. And I've also run him on support tree to give myself cycle of magic to have another chance to kind of cooldown there. Everybody's running War Master, by the way. I'll show you everyone's masteries in a sec. So that is Longbeard. The next one in the group, and this is quite an important champion actually, is Lanakis. So Lanakis is in there to extend the duration of my shield from Big Boy. Because his shield's on a 3-turn cooldown and his block damage is on a 4-turn cooldown, his shield will always land on just before AoE 2. You can't stop it landing before AoE 2 unless you do not fully book the A2. That's important to know. If this was on a 4-turn cooldown, then you can actually play around with it a bit more because you've got 4-turn and 4-turn. They sink in better. But 4 and 3, you have to set a priority on the block damage so that he always does that first. And then his shield will always therefore fall just before AoE 2. So you need someone to extend that shield if you want it to last over the stun hit. And Helicath was my choice. I've got to say thanks to Short on Skills who helped me speed tune Helicath into this, because she does give us a turn meter boost, and it's not the easiest thing to do with these speed tunes. So Short on Skills actually gave me a really cool extension of what I was working on to get Helicath into the team. I turn off her A3. I don't want this chance of an extra turn. It will throw me out. I just want to extend in my buffs and give me another ally attack. That's Helicath. She is in random damage gear. 5.6k attack, 70% crit rate, 275 crit damage. She doesn't need accuracy. She's just in there to blow stuff up. We've then got Brogni as well. So Brogni is the one who's controlling my affinity stuff. It doesn't need to be Brogni. I just thought he was a good use case because he's got the block debuffs. He's also going to extend that Helicath shield for me. So all sorts of shenanigans going on there. I built in full damage, but with enough accuracy to land his burn. So we got 70% crit rate, 265 crit damage. Thinking about it after I built them, I probably didn't need the accuracy because I do have Farakin in the team, and he lands a burn himself. So this accuracy could straight up just turn into more damage. In fact, can I do that quickly and easily? I'm going to try. Okay, switch this banner out into an attack banner. So we've actually got 3.9k attack, which on a Brogni is a colossal number. 265 crit damage and 70% crit rate. He's going to extend the shield, albeit I don't think I need it, but he's going to extend the Helicath shield. He's also going to do a shed ton of damage, and his passive, even though block damage is on, his passive will still reflect Giant Slayer procs. Even though you're reflecting 0 damage, you still get a chance to land Giant Slayer procs. So he's coming in to do that for me. And he's going to allow me to be affinity friendly and not have to worry about a stun. Honestly, anyone who brings block debuffs could do the same job. He just does it way better than anyone else, whilst bringing you a ton of damage. And then we've got Farakin as the last guy. So again, we've got the mastery here, which gives us a chance to get our ally attack back as quick as possible. I am going to use his A2 because I do want the burns and the poison. But other than that, we're just going to be going for as many ally attacks as we can. Plus, he's bringing me crit rate and crit damage buff for my whole team, which means I can build all these people with 70% crit rate. So we've got here 5.1k attack, 244 crit damage. You'll notice that nobody's got really any defensive stats. We don't need it apart from Helicath. He does have accuracy to land his stuff, and that is going to be the team. What it looks like in a team comp from a Deadwood Jedi type of view, I will pin this down below so you can come and grab it. But basically, we're always getting our block damage out at the end of AoE 1. We're always doing our block debuffs on AoE 2 so that we can be affinity friendly. We then put our shield out on AoE 2, and then Helicath extends both of those things to cover us through the stun hit as well. Everybody's on a 1-for-1, so it's quite slow. It's not like we're getting the damage of a 2-for-1 team. So everyone's only going to hit once per rotation, but both Helicath and Helicath are both on what we call a 4-for-3. So they're, instead of just going 1-for-1 all the way across, they actually have 2 rounds where they go twice. Cool thing to throw in as well at this point. I've played around with the settings a bit. We can make it work exactly the same speeds on Nightmare difficulty. You just have to do a slightly different set of delays on your champions. So I will pin this one down below as well. It doesn't fully fall into sync on Nightmare until turn 9. But you do still make it affinity friendly by blocking the debuffs on the second AoE. And as long as it is not Helicath taking the stun in the initial hit, then you will be affinity friendly as well against stun hits. If your Helicath is the one taking the stun, which he probably is to be fair, then you don't want to start the rotation of your A3 until turn 4. So you might have to do a little bit of a manual setup to make it work. But at least it is working on Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare without having to change a bunch of stuff if you wanted to run something similar. In terms of the setup then, to make this full auto, we basically say always use your block damage Helicath as priority 1 and then your shield as priority 2. Longbeard, don't use your A2, just use your A3 whenever you can. Helicath, don't use your A3, open with your A1 and then use your A2 whenever you can. Farakin, priority A3 and then A2, and then Brogni priority A3 then A2. And then because of that, it's straight full auto from the start against all Affinity clan bosses. And away we go. I'm interested to see, maybe comment below, because I don't even know the answer yet. Comment below how much damage do you think we're going to get. It's going to be the last 50 turns, hopefully. How much damage with 3 ally attack champions and a Brogni and a Helicath do you think we're going to get? I am interested to know. I'm hoping it's going to be at least 100 million. But who knows, honestly? Who knows? That means we'd have to hit 2 million damage per turn, which is a big number. But you can see here, so we've got this massive shield already ready for the clan boss stun. This is where we are killable, but with that massive shield up, I can't imagine him hitting through it until after we're already dead from the block damage stuff like failing. So the only thing which I'm worried about, I guess, is decreased defense from Farakin is not 100% thing. Plus, he doesn't attack when he does his own ally attack, which means that it is possible that decreased defense won't be on for the whole fight. There's no decreased attack required because we're basically an unkillable team. We're already at 1.5 million per turn at this stage, which is pretty sexy. Let's see what sort of numbers we're getting per person. So we got, what, double hit there. That was his counter-attack. 193. Basically 100k A1. 170k from Big Boy Longbeard. 140 from Helicath. What's Farakin's damage numbers looking like? We're blocking the stun. We don't care about that. Every time we get hit when we got block damage on us, by the way, Helicath will come in with a counter. Farakin coming in. I think Farakin's doing about 130. So everyone's doing pretty good damage from their base attacks. We're already kind of sneaking up the damage numbers. I just want to check, actually, that Brogni is giving us damage from these shields. So shields have got to be on for Brogni to have a chance to give us damage. If there's no shields on, then he won't do that kind of reflect damage thing. So we can check it on AoE 2. When the AoE's coming in. Slow it down so we can see. We should see. Yeah, see all those 53,000s? That is Brogni reflecting damage. Even though we're taking 0 damage, he still gets his Giant Slayer proc reflects as an option. So anyway, look, I'm going to let this play through now until the end. We're going to get around 50 turns worth of damage. We're already at 22 mil. Let's see what we do. Okay, we're just coming up to turn 50. So we're about to get smacked. And, I mean, 82 was a really quick 1 key. And considering we're on 1-for-1 speed comps here, 82 million damage on a 1-for-1 basis is kind of nuts. Look at the damage spread. Let me just make myself tiny. 17.5 mil from Helicath, 13.8 from Longbeard, 15.3 from Helicath, 16 mil from Farakin, 19.4 from the old Brogni. Brogni doing obviously his reflect stuff. It's a fun team. Nothing more than that. I will pin it down below. And if you guys want to kind of use it or use the concept of it, then feel free. But there are so many things that you can do with this champion in Clan Boss. You can literally, it opens up so many avenues. It's nuts. Anyway, guys, I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.